back to the show, everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been on my mind and honestly, probably on the minds of humanity for centuries. Can we ever truly achieve equality? It's a huge question, right? And to help us unpack it, I'm thrilled to have Jim, a fantastic life coach, joining me. Jim, welcome.
Zia, thanks so much for having me. It's an honor to be here. And you're right, this isn't just a huge question, it's foundational to how we build societies, how we interact, and how we even perceive ourselves. I'm excited to explore this with you.
Absolutely. I mean, when we talk about equality, what are we actually talking about? Because I think that word can mean so many different things to different people. Is it about equal outcome, equal opportunity, or just equal worth? Where do you even begin to define it?
That's a brilliant starting point, Zia. Fair, because without clarifying our terms, we're talking past each other. For me, true equality isn't about everyone having the same job, the same house, or even the same talents. That's sameness, and that's not only unrealistic, but frankly, it would be a very boring world. I believe it's fundamentally about equal inherent worth and dignity for every single human being, regardless of their background, their choices, their circumstances. And flowing from that, it's about equal opportunity, the chance to pursue your potential, free from arbitrary barriers like discrimination or systemic disadvantage.
Equal worth and equal opportunity. I like that distinction because it acknowledges our individual uniqueness while still striving for a fair playing field. But Jim, even with that definition, it feels like we're so far from it, doesn't it? You look at the world and there are still so many disparities economic, social, racial, gender based. It makes you wonder if it's even humanly possible to get there.
You're absolutely right to acknowledge the distance we still have to travel, and it's important not to sugarcoat that. History is replete with examples of profound inequality, injustice, and oppression. But I also think it's crucial to look at the progress we've made. Think about where we were even 100 years ago, let alone 500. We've seen movements that have fought for and achieved significant strides in civil rights, women's rights, LGBTQ plus rights. So while we're not there yet, to say it's impossible might be overlooking the undeniable forward momentum that human societies have demonstrated.
That's a really good point. It's easy to get caught up in the current struggles and forget how much has changed for the better. But then there's always the why. Why is it so hard? Is it just human nature, like some inherent tribalism, or are there deeper structural issues at play?
I think it's a complex interplay of both, Zia. On one hand, yes, there's an element of human nature. We're wired for connection, but also for identifying us versus them. It's a survival mechanism that in modern society can manifest as prejudice or tribalism. But on the other hand, and arguably more powerfully, are the structural and systemic issues. Laws, policies, historical legacies, cultural norms, economic systems. These can create and perpetuate inequalities, even if individual people don't consciously intend them to. Think about wealth accumulation over generations or access to quality education based on zip code.
Okay, so if it's both nature and structure as a life coach, where do you even begin to advise people? Because for an individual, tackling structural inequality can feel so overwhelming, almost insurmountable.
That's exactly it. It can feel paralyzing. My approach, and what I encourage my clients to think about, is to focus on what's within your sphere of influence. You might not be able to dismantle a discriminatory economic system tomorrow, but you absolutely can challenge your own biases, educate yourself, and advocate for fairness in your personal and professional circles. You can choose how you treat people, how you speak about differences, and what values you uphold. These individual actions, when multiplied across a community, can be incredibly powerful catalysts for change.
So it starts from within, essentially. How do you guide someone to challenge their own biases? I mean, sometimes we're not even aware we have them, right? Unconscious bias is a real thing.
Exactly. Unconscious bias is a massive piece of the puzzle. The first step is awareness. I encourage self-reflection. Where did my beliefs come from? What assumptions am I making about people based on their appearance, their accent, their background? Who am I not listening to? It's about cultivating a deep sense of curiosity and humility. Ask yourself, is there another perspective here I'm missing? Am I giving everyone the benefit of the doubt, or am I applying different standards? It's uncomfortable work, but it's vital. And critically, it's not about shaming yourself for having biases. We all do. It's how our brains process information. It's about acknowledging them and actively working to mitigate their impact.
That makes so much sense. It's not about being perfect, it's about being aware and trying to improve. What about empathy? Do you think fostering empathy plays a huge role in moving towards equality?
Absolutely, Zia. Empathy is the bedrock. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. If you can truly put yourself in someone else's shoes, someone who has a completely different life experience than you, then it becomes much harder to treat them with indifference or prejudice. It makes the other less other. It allows you to see their inherent worth. Empathy helps us connect, and connection is what breaks down those us versus them barriers. It's about seeing our shared humanity, even amidst our differences.
But isn't it hard to build empathy when you might not have much exposure to people from different backgrounds? Say, someone growing up in a very homogeneous community. How do they develop that?
That's where intentional effort comes in. If you don't have direct exposure, you seek it out. This could be through diverse friendships, reading widely from authors of different backgrounds, consuming media that offers varied perspectives, or even just engaging in conversations with people who hold different viewpoints in a respectful way. It's about consciously expanding your worldview. And it also means listening, truly listening, when someone shares their lived experience, even if it contradicts your own understanding of the world. Suspend judgment and just absorb.
That's a powerful point, suspending judgment. In our current climate, it feels like everyone is so quick to judge, to label, to cancel. It's almost like we're moving further away from that empathy sometimes.
I agree, it's a challenge. The digital age, while connecting us, has also amplified echo chambers and the speed with which we form and share judgments. But I believe it's precisely in these moments that the work of empathy becomes even more critical. We have to consciously slow down, resist the urge to react instantly, and instead choose to understand. As a coach, I often help clients navigate difficult conversations by teaching them active listening skills and framing disagreements not as battles to win, but as opportunities to learn.
Opportunities to learn, I love that reframing. So, if we're doing all this individual work, expanding our empathy, challenging our biases, where does the achieving true equality part come in? Is it an endpoint or is it an ongoing journey without a definitive destination?
I firmly believe it's an ongoing journey, Zia. Thinking of it as an endpoint can be misleading because society is constantly evolving. New challenges arise, new forms of discrimination might emerge, and our understanding of what equality entails itself expands over time. What we consider acceptable or unacceptable today might be different in 50 years. So rather than a finish line, I see it as a constant striving, a continuous commitment to creating a more just and fair world for everyone. It's a process of perpetual improvement.
That makes sense. Like building a muscle, you don't just achieve strength and stop, you keep working at it. So then, for someone listening right now, feeling like they want to contribute to this journey, what's one tangible thing they can do tomorrow or even today to make a difference?
That's a fantastic question. I'd say start with your immediate circle. Look at your interactions. Are you truly seeing and valuing every person you encounter? Are you creating an inclusive environment in your workplace, your family, your friendships? Are you speaking up, however small, when you see something that isn't equitable? It could be as simple as ensuring everyone at a meeting feels heard or challenging a casual discriminatory remark. These small, everyday acts of courage and kindness accumulate. And beyond that, educate yourself. Read, listen, understand. The more informed you are, the better equipped you'll be to advocate for change.
That's so practical and actionable, and it really brings it back to what we can control, what's in our sphere of influence, as you said. It reminds me of the idea that big changes often start with small actions from many individuals.
Exactly. Don't underestimate the ripple effect. One person's conscious choice to act with fairness, compassion, and understanding can inspire another and another. Before you know it, you're contributing to a cultural shift. It's about living your values, not just espousing them.
Living your values, that's a powerful takeaway, Jim. So, to wrap up, can humans ever achieve true equality? It sounds like your answer is it's not a fixed destination, but a continuous, vital pursuit powered by individual actions and collective commitment.
Precisely. I believe the pursuit of equality is one of the most noble human endeavors. We may never reach a mythical perfect state, but the journey towards it, the constant striving for equal worth and opportunity for all, is what defines our progress as a civilization. And every step we take, however small, matters immensely.
What an inspiring way to look at it, Jim. This has been such an insightful and important conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and perspective with us today.
My pleasure, Zia. Thank you for inviting me to tackle such a crucial topic. It's been a real joy.
And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. Remember, the journey towards equality starts with each one of us. Reflect, learn, connect, and act with empathy. We'll catch you next time.